Hey guys, Mustached Tom here to review the movie Dear Santa. Now, I've seen the trailer for this movie quite a few times, and, it seemed pretty standard, all things considered. So the premise is simple. We have Liam, who accidentally writes a letter to Satan instead of Santa due to his disability, and thus is prompted to make 3 wishes in turn for his soul. His first wish is to get a chance with the girl he has a crush on, Emma. And he currently has a best friend who has some pretty messed up teeth, and his parents are going through quite a struggle in their relationship in terms of dealing with each other. So these are the 3 things that sort of prompt him to move forward with his wish fulfillment rather than anything else. So, upon making his first wish, which is to get a chance with this girl, that's sort of the wording that he uses, but before I even move on, I didn't have my notes, but I did note, and I did remember this when my notes got erased, Satan, Jack Black's character, aka, does make a clear rule that he can't change history, and I think that's pretty important because that means that the ending of this movie is a plot hole because of what he receives, Liam that being. Anyway, getting back on track. So he gets his first wish. He invites her to this concert. They go to the concert. He does a bit of hooking up for the tickets and stuff, and he has to lie to his parents about where he's going. He lies about his friend having cancer for whatever reason. And they even talk about why he did that in addition to whatever. So after the fact, he assumes that he is done, but after the friend complains about not being able to feel as good in the game of young hookup culture, Liam spends his second wish helping his friend with his teeth, straightening them out for him. So he becomes way more popular, and by approximation, I guess, he also becomes a little bit more popular as a result. And we do spend a little bit more of the movie padding out towards our third wish, which I already alluded us to, which that being the parents having their debacle, and it seemed like earlier in the movie even that they were going to resolve it on their own, or at least were sort of working towards a solution at any rate. But he does spend the third wish as they begin to overhear Liam about his request of seeing both Santa and then it turning into Satan. They've sort of now been tracking his progress into this belief system, as it were. And they request a doctor visit. I believe the doctor's name is like Finkel something or rather. The doc says he's lost cause, so they're panicking even more. Meanwhile, he's been hiding all the stuff, and some of at least the first, the party that he went to, gets revealed to them, so they at least now know that is sort of the answer to where he actually was, and so on. But it does cause them to argue further about what to do. And since Liam can consistently overhear them, He eventually was originally not going to, even after his first wish, which he was kind of goaded into the second one. More so here, he's once again prodded, seeing his parents struggle, to go seek out wherever Satan was, which happened to be in this hotel, to seek out that third and final wish. So he does make his third wish, with the soul being the thing given. And he asks if he'll go straight to hell. He says no, it's more that he'll die whenever he's meant to die or whatever, and then he'll automatically go to hell, I guess, is sort of the thing here. But we get a twist in the movie, I guess. We discover that Jack Black Satan is not actually the true Satan. The true Satan apparently is played by Ben Stiller, and Jack Black is a demigorgon demon thing that just happened to overreach and get fired, I guess, for doing all of this. So he becomes an unnamed character. I kid you not, they don't name the character. He doesn't reveal who he truly is. Just a demigorgon. And, furthermore, he tells Liam that he was willing to activate the wish that he had written down originally for Santa, and furthermore that his soul could not be taken due to his wishes being out of, or at least 2 of the 3 wishes being out of for someone else instead of for selfish gain. So the deal is cut short. The Satan that we are following is sort of free to do whatever, I guess. And then he brings Liam's brother back. Now, that's a plot hole because I just explained that the rules explicitly made by him were that he can't change history. That's what he said. So, it was made pretty crystal clear that the brother had passed away, meaning it's an event that had happened in the past, meaning that it's now in history, and he said you can't have a rule that changes history. So I think the writers forgot they wrote that rule, or they are willing to sacrifice this plot hole for the "aw, he got his brother back" feeling, which I think might be the case here. Though I do additionally think they might have legitimately forgot that they wrote earlier in the film that they wrote that, he has the whole history rule. But there definitely are ways around fixing that. I mean, one is that you could simply not have the rule, though, that does raise interesting questions about what you could have wished for, I suppose, though I don't think Liam would have gone outside that parameter anyway, so I don't see the need for needing the rule necessarily. But I digress. The second way to fix this, in terms of script writing, is instead of implicating that he's dead, or, just dead, is maybe he's been lost this entire time. Like, he was elsewhere, not dead, but just kidnapped, or something along those lines, to give the credence that he didn't technically break the rule. That could be the second way to fix that problem of the plot hole. Additionally, I do also think that the character of Satan, Jack Black's character, should have gotten a name. Or a new name, since he wasn't Satan after all. And I think based on all the information we have, I think that this would have been an interesting, since this is its own universe or whatever, I think this would have been an interesting introduction in this world to Krampus. I mean, think about it, right? A hell-born creature who was originally granting wishes, kicked out of hell, but found a human that he was so interested in was so good that he couldn't corrupt him. So, when he was freed back on Earth, and since he already enjoyed and was around on Christmas time, he would come back to Earth around Christmas time, find other kids who might be on the more troublesome side, and guilt them into behaving more kindly or punishing them as a result. I don't know. That just seems like an easy, setup for Krampus. Because, Krampus has becoming, especially recently, Krampus had his own horror movie not too a few years ago, and then, Krampus has been coming back. Red One movie features Krampus, a version of Krampus. So Krampus has been definitely, been more modernized in the world of media, so I'm very shocked that they did not go that route and have him remain an unnamed character. In terms of the movie overall, outside of the plot hole and him being an unnamed character, I will say the break between the two characters, we'll just call him Satan for simplicity, even though he's not, but whatever. For the sake of simplicity, I feel like the way Satan is written in this is it's too toned down, and that should be juxtaposed, obviously, to the very nice Liam. Now, I think a big part of this is that the movie couldn't have possibly been rated R. I feel like Satan would be throwing around a bunch of fucks and a bunch of I don't give a fuck and breaking all the rules, swearing a bunch, flirting, getting into the 7 deadly sins, all of them, being a very big horn dog up there on Earth, getting all wrathful, getting that revenge, feeling envy, taking away, someone's ability to have success and demote them into nothingness just because he can, being slothful, oversleeping, or I don't know, however you would represent that, overeating, gluttony. They can still be in a simplistic manner to a degree, but I do feel like, even if this version of Satan represents sort of like in a hell of a boss sort of way, if he's sort of meant to focus in on one of the deadly sins instead of all of them, I still feel like his attitude and his approach is very toned down regardless. Even without all of that, I still feel like you could have pushed Satan to be way more, nonchalant about the language he uses and all of that. So I feel like this movie is a huge disservice, honestly. I feel like there have been many movies, or, a few of them, I don't remember their names, where they're, rated R, and there's, a kid involved, and they're just, they just, slam the fuck word in front of it, and it's yeah, whatever. I think we missed that era, or have forgotten that that's a thing that can happen in movies. Maybe, mayhaps, I don't know. But, I digress. So, overall, I think I'm actually gonna say this movie's not that good, honestly. I was expecting a little bit more. So with a plot hole, unnamed character that isn't Satan, which we've been presented as Satan for such a long time throughout the movie, and then his overall attitude not even matching, or, even if he was pretending to be Satan, it still feels way too boiled down. It feels too safe. It doesn't feel like they're pushing what Satan has the capacity to be in this movie, even if it's acting as Satan. So I'm gonna give this movie a 4 out of 10. I don't think this movie is very good, which is a shame. I thought, Jack Black could save it. Turns out, I guess he's doing another bad movie outside of what looks to be Minecraft, which, that movie hasn't come out yet, but that movie definitely seems to have its long range of issues, mainly being it's, not in the style of Minecraft, which is a bizarre choice for that type of movie. But here we are. Anyway, we'll see when we get there, I suppose, on how bad or good it ends up being in the end of the day, but we're not there yet. But for now, we can just say that this movie, Dear Santa, is kinda below meh. And that's my review for Dear Santa. If you ended up enjoying it, then please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Also make sure to check out those links in the description. One will head you over to my petition to help out small YouTubers, second to my PayPal where you can help support me and my channel directly, and third to my Discord server to join, collab, shield, all that cool stuff. And until next time everyone, bye bye.